Well, this was it. This was the last big campaign day um, before it all begins. In just a few hours, the polls are going to open, and the voters are going to be casting their ballots. Um, and in less than 24 hours, we're going to know how it all turns out, and whether or not all the efforts paid off. Um, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. It indeed was a long day. I went into the neighborhoods, had some interesting experiences. Um, in going into the neighborhoods, one of the things I really appreciate about doing that, I can actually I can make phone calls from anywhere. That's one of the cool things about the technology we have today, the campaigns have today. I can I can be at home and make phone calls into communities, and um, I can do that. Um, I don't have to pack up and leave. Um, but to be face to face with a voter, you got to be here. And so coming door to door, that's the real deal. And so we did that today, in going out into the community and had some really interesting experiences, and wanted to share a couple of those. And one of them um, was with a woman who was a veteran, um, and we actually talked with for quite a while. Who was undecided, and by the end, she was going to vote for Marco Rubio, which was pretty exciting. Um, but we talked for quite a while, and one of the amazing things was in the long conversations that we had, she told a really amazing story. Is that when the sequester was going on, she was really concerned um, that she wasn't going to be getting um, her military disability check. And that's a problem. It's something that she counts on, and something that she earned, frankly, in fighting for us. Um, and she was worried. So when that was going on, she called her senator, who was Senator Tim Scott in South Carolina. And the really cool thing is, she called his office. Um, the staffer told her to took her information and said that the senator definitely wanted to talk to her and would call her right back. She thought that that was kind of silly. That no, no, no. Obviously, he has too many other things to do. She just wanted something done about it. He called her right back and promised her that it would be taken care of, and it was. And she has always been incredibly grateful for that, and has been a huge supporter of Senator Scott ever since. And so I first reminded her that Senator Scott has endorsed Marco Rubio, and, and so we had a great conversation as a result of that. Um, and that was a really cool conversation that we had. Another really interesting conversation was kind of an accidental conversation. Um, we were in a neighborhood and going to a door, and actually the door that we were going to, the folks weren't home, and there were some guys next door and who were in a garage, and they'd been drinking, and they looked like they weren't terribly interested in what we were were doing, but they came out to greet us, um, and they made it pretty clear that they were Donald Trump fans. And so I wasn't really sure how that was going to work out. I kind of thought we might actually be in danger there for a while. But the actual cool thing about it was they were actually great guys. And we actually had a good conversation. And I'm not so sure, but what we didn't end up persuading him to vote for Rubio before we ended up leaving. So it was a great conversation. Um, a lot of things have just been happening on the ground between phone calls and people we've talked to. That momentum is building. There are some incredible polls that were released today showing what's happening. There was really kind of a crazy event that happened today. Um, Marco had a rally that was scheduled on a place called Pawley Island that ended up having to be canceled because there was a problem with the plane. Um, and that's never what you want. You make plans for an event and people come and um, they come early to make sure that they get a seat, spend a lot of time getting out there, take time out of their day, um, only to be disappointed in the event, doesn't happen. And yeah, I always worry that, man, you just turned off a lot of people. And but nonetheless, we got the word out. Marco made the promise, along with Governor Haley, that they would be back. They would be back that night. And indeed, the event was rescheduled for 10 o'clock p.m., which is why I'm wearing a suit jacket um, tonight. Um, and indeed, it was. And by golly, the event was held 10 o'clock and actually had more people show up for the evening event than what showed up for the original scheduled event. And the crowd was just amazing. Incredible enthusiasm, incredible energy. Um, I I really believe that there's going to be some shocking things happen tomorrow. There's going to be some real surprises. I don't know where we're going to end up. Um, I think we could win. I don't know that we will. I don't know that we'll get second, but I think we're going to do very well. Um, things are looking very positive. I certainly feel very good about the effort that I've done here. I feel like it's been very worthwhile, um, and it's been a fantastic learning experience, and have met some just fantastic people. And it's not over. We still have a day of campaigning to do for the actual election day. Um, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Um, but I guess the great thing is the real capper from the event in Marco speaking, and it's just kind of a reminder, and it really to me caps it all off. It's a reminder of why I'm here. When we went to that and talked with the woman who was a veteran, and she's flat out asked, why are you here? And I had to explain that I don't live here, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm down here because this is what I believe in, and I believe in Marco Rubio and the things that he stands for. You know, and so, but it's more than just that, and she really she wanted to know more than, well, what else? What is it that drives you? And it comes down to what Marco said tonight. It's about our children. It's about my children. That's why I'm here. It's not about me. It's about my children. It's about what we leave for them. It's about the kind of country that we're leaving for them and for my grandchildren. What kind of legacy are we leaving for them? And that's kind of what got me into all this to begin with. Um, because I knew that this was a significant election and is not one that I could just sit idly by and just watch. But I had to participate and fight. So why do we fight? We fight for our children and our future. Good night.